Commander Vexwrath stood before the containment chamber, studying the creature with scientific fascination. The human sat motionless on the cold metallic floor, hands resting calmly on its knees. For 3 hours, it had not moved, not spoken, not even acknowledged the Thrillian commander's presence. This unnerved Vexwrath more than any violent outburst would have. Subject is designated as Colonel Marcus Hayes, the scanner drone announced. Species, human. Origin, Earth, Sol System. Military rank, Elite Combat Specialist. Threat assessment, Moderate. Moderate. Vexwrath's gill slits fluttered with amusement. The Thrillians had conquered 47 worlds. Their military technology was centuries ahead of Earth's primitive defenses. They had captured this soldier to study human physiology, hoping to understand why humans possessed such unpredictable survival instincts. It was merely academic interest. "You will be released," Vexwrath announced through the chamber's speakers, "if you answer our questions. Your species desperately needs to understand Thrillian superiority. This is not cruelty, it is inevitability." Marcus lifted his head slowly. His dark eyes met Vexwrath's, and something flickered across his weathered face, a ghost of a smile. "How long have I been here?" Marcus asked, his voice steady and calm. 72 hours, Vexwrath replied. "And you haven't tried to hurt me yet?" "No torture, no threats. Just, watching." Marcus stood, and Vexwrath noticed the commander's guards tense. "That tells me everything. You need me alive. You need information. You're afraid of what I'll do if you push too hard." "Impossible," Vexwrath snapped. "You are alone. Weaponless. Vastly outnumbered." Marcus smiled fully now. "You still don't get it." The soldier moved with sudden violence that the Thrillian security recordings would later analyze for weeks without understanding. Marcus yanked the overhead vent grating free with nothing but determination and leverage. He wedged himself into the shaft before guards could react. Vexwrath's confidence shattered as the ship's alarms erupted. Within minutes, the human had disabled 3 guard stations, overridden the brig's security systems, and made his way to the engine room. He wasn't trying to escape. He was learning the ship's layout. "What is your objective?" Vexwrath demanded, his voice shaking through the communicator. "Survival," Marcus replied calmly, now holding a Thrillian plasma weapon he'd taken from a fallen guard. "You kidnapped a soldier from a species that has survived ice ages, plagues, wars, and everything nature could throw at us. We're descended from predators. We're built to adapt. We're built to never surrender." The Thrillians surrounded the human in the cargo bay, weapons raised. Vexwrath watched from the bridge as his forces had the human completely boxed in, 3 exits sealed, 60 armed soldiers forming an impenetrable perimeter. "Surrender now, and you will be treated humanely," Vexwrath transmitted. Marcus looked at the overwhelming odds, weapons pointed at his chest from every angle. His lips moved, and Vexwrath heard the human laugh, actually laugh, through the communication system. "You still don't understand what you've done," Marcus said. "You made one critical mistake. You cornered me." He moved toward the nearest guard, and in the chaos that followed, the Thrillian military experienced something their centuries of dominance had never prepared them for, a human operating on pure, desperate, ingenious survival instinct. He wasn't fighting to win, he was fighting to escape. He moved through their lines like water through fingers, using their own weapons against them, turning the cargo bay into a maze of confusion. 3 hours later, Marcus was aboard an escape pod. As it detached from the Thrillian ship, Vexwrath watched helplessly from the bridge. The commander received a final transmission from the human's pod: "Tell your people to leave Earth alone. You've met humanity now. You should know, we don't surrender. We don't break. We just keep getting back up." Vexwrath stood in silence as the escape pod vanished into the stars. That night, the Therilian Military Council received his report recommending Earth be avoided indefinitely. The commander had learned something that 47 conquered worlds had taught too late: never corner a creature whose species had survived everything the universe could throw at it. Humanity's greatest strength was not technology or weapons. It was the refusal to accept defeat.